in there to kind of set that up, you know?
You say it almost as though you don't think that they cared enough to do this for the fans, when look at the care that they've taken with other elements in the movie that is just... You know,
I
I
say
think it's
that.
for the fans.
Oh no, I say that because that's why they made this movie in the first place. Because they were going to lose the rights to Spider-Man, and the studios felt like really forced. Like they said, "Wow, if we don't make a Spidey film, we're going to lose it, and Marvel's going to get it back." And of course, you know, if Marvel gets it back, they were going to do something. They're going to put them right in the Avengers. They're going to make them to the path to the Avengers, which is a lot of fans are ready for because we've already seen the origin and everything. But fair enough. They had their way. Sony scrambled to make a film just for the sake of keeping the license. That's what it is.
If they're owned by separate people, can they still do the nods towards the Avengers and things like that?
They could, but they have to split money. They have to now share money. Like if they did a nod to the Avengers, then they'd have to pay Paramount a little bit of money, or Marvel, or Disney, who owns it. They'd have to pay a little bit. So now I read an article where they're talking about, and for the next movie at least for the next movie, doing a little bit of crossover and working with the studios. And I think they have to, because I think, like I said, now it's not in their best interest. It's in their best interest to make even more money.
More money to do it.
Yeah, because if you put Spidey in the Avengers now, you know, even if he's in there for a couple of scenes, that Sony's not going to get a big chunk of the pie now. And there's a lot of money to go around. That movie grossed over almost $1 billion already. So you're going to tell me that you can't give Sony like $200 million of that or something? I mean,
to be honest, by the time, I mean, this is the thing that you mentioned earlier about sequels and that, and if you got Hawkeye and Kurtzman, the guy that penned the Transformers movies, doing the sequel, then to be honest, I'm not interested. Even though I really enjoyed this Spider-Man film, if it's just going to get trashed come the second one and the third one, then I'm not really interested, unfortunately, because they've done such a good start here. It'll be a shame to see them fuck it all up, and I don't think Hawkeye and Kurtzman know how to actually tell a story. And even the fact that they so big-headedly decided to give the go-ahead for the sequel, which is going to be released, 2014, May 15th, even before this one was released, I think that was pig-headed, and like I say, it's revolved around money. We got a good film with this one, but the odds of a sequel being any good, Andy Garfield and Emma Stone, if they both come back, which they will do, they'll be good, but that's, yeah, I can't see it being as good as this one, unfortunately, because those guys don't know how to tell a story, fundamentally.
Right, I refuse to have this going into dismalness. This was a wonderful movie. We should be positive about this. What are we doing? Come on. It was good. Yeah. We've all gone if it goes really crap. Just think about the good things that we've got.
No, it was good.
Everyone says, you know, where are the good movies? Where's the good fun comic movies? Where's the respect to the comic lovers? This is it, in my opinion. I think...
Coming from the person who doesn't read comics and and no comic book superhero movies to quote someone. Look, this is it.
I don't need to know as much as you guys to know that it's respecting the source material. That's all I'm saying. I think that it's not just... I could see that the last Spiderman movie where he was groin thrusting down the street wearing eyeliner with emo hair, I could tell that was crap. This wasn't crap. So don't tell me I don't know anything.
Or making breakfast and dancing the twists.
Yeah, with the chair dance as well. What was up with that?
Chair dance. Yeah, listen, there's none of that here. This movie's taken a lot seriously. Andrew Garfield hit it out of the park. Emma Stone hit it out of the park. You really felt for these characters. It had emotional weight. It had heart. That's it. Every scene hit the heart chord. It hit the heartstrings.
That's better. Positivity. That's what I like.
It's an old school
movie.
Like
I said, I like the movie. Darthbishop liked the movie. I knew someone liked the movie. But I gotta keep it real. I mean, there's a couple of things I just didn't like. I'm being nitpicky. And like I said, one of the biggest complaints is I hope that they realize that there's a bigger universe out there, like Nick Fury told Iron Man in Iron Man 1. I love that line. That sets up everything. Like, you think you're the only one? No, you're not. And we're going to prove it by making movies.
Hang on a minute. You can't, I'm calling you on this. You're one of the people that didn't think Avengers was going to be any good.
Yes.
You're one of the people, and then you say now, I knew from the beginning, that inspired me. There's going to be an Avengers movie. I've always since then, and they came through. Did you see Iron Man 2? Did you see Iron
Iron
Man
Man
2?
2 was horrible.
Jesus
Well, it's
Christ.
not horrible.
The Avengers could have
It's
been
not
a
a
train
good
wreck.
film.
The fact that Avengers
It's
wasn't a
it's
train
not a
wreck,
bad film, it's just
more
not a
credit
good
to
film.
Josh Whedon. More credit to him, power to him, but no one, I didn't see that coming. And to be honest, if I'd have expected it to be as good as it was, then I think it's going to be the movie of the year for me. Like, as a comic book fan, The Avengers was astounding. I didn't think it would work. I thought Iron Man would be the lead guy. But going back to Spider-Man, it's an old-fashioned movie. It took its time to establish these relationships, which you don't have in films nowadays.
Right, it was almost like what's his name, Stu, from Talkback World.
Stu.
Have Hope. It's almost like Have Hope's Nigerian Stew, this movie. It takes its time.
What the hell are you on about?
Have Hope Stew.
Why are you drinking?
He had a video, remember this video with the stew, his Nigerian
Oh,
stew?
he's cooking.
He's cooking. Yeah, you guys don't know what that is, but yeah, Have Hope made a stew, and this movie, Amazing Spider-Man, is like his stew. It was simmering, nice and slow.
Slow cooked.
Slow cooked. Alright guys, so any final words?
I was terrified by the lizard. He was really good. Don't believe him.
It's like Have Hope
Any final words?
I think I in particular I was intrigued by the fact that they used rotoscoping to get the effects to look the way they did, and I think that helped it achieve a level that isn't dated to CGI in the same way that other films that just rely solely on CGI without the extra effects is going to hold up over time.
Wake up.
It's like Have Hope Stew.
It's like Have Hope Stew.
Talk about World.net, where you can learn how to cook Have Hope Stew.
You're going delirious now. Come on. I think you need sleep.
Alright, it looks like we've run out of time. Definitely check the film out. We said it a year ago was going to be a good film. And it was good. I'm sticking to my guns on this. It was a good film. It could have been better, but I understand that they wanted to retell the origin, and I think that's what holds it back. But it's a great origin. They told it well. They told it leaps and bounds better than the first Spider-Man with Raimi.
I don't understand how it could have been better, to be honest. It did everything it was supposed to do. It hit the beats it was supposed to hit. I was terrified of the lizard. It scared the crap out of me. And I haven't been scared in the movies for a long time, apart from when I went and saw Prometheus.
Right.
I was genuinely in fear that, I thought anything was going to go down. He was going to kill people. He was a brutal animal. And I enjoyed the fact that he was talking and that you had the reptile part of his brain arguing with the human side that we last saw in The Fly.
Yeah,
with Jeff Goldblum, where he's like, well, the insect in me's telling me to kill you, but I'm going to tell you to run. And, yeah. But I think a lot of people are going to miss that, and they're going to complain about it. And they set up the lab, and so it was very faithful to the comics and the animated series.
Oh, yeah.
And they had the lab coat on him.
They had the lab coat.
Props there.
Kept ripping it off though.
He kept ripping it off before he was doing action, but he had the coat, and it was a good nod. You know, they gave the fans a little bit of something at least, so it was good.
At least.
At least.
That's a lot, man.
Yeah.
Well, they gave the fans at least a lab coat because a lot of fans
you might as well
the lab
take
coat.
You might as well take the origin of Spider-Man comic and watch that movie and just tick off every single panel they got right.
Oh no, I meant the lizard lab coat part. I mean,
Okay.
I think the fans wanted more lab coat, but the
That's
fans
what it was, lab coat.
the fans,
That's what it's
they
going down
want
to.
cowbell, but in this case, they wanted more lab coat. You got some lab coat. It's like you didn't get no lab coat. You got some. So be happy about the some that you got. All right, guys. This has been fun. Till next time, this has been a London, U.S. production. Back style.
Coventry, really.
A Coventry.
Yeah, Coventry. Really.
Coventry. And that's it.
Take care.
Spielberg in, Bay out.
Peace.
And